In hip-hop, you've got artists who tell stories, and then you've got artists who make you feel the weight of those stories. Today, we're diving into the mind of Sacramento's own Mozzy, an artist who definitely falls into that second camp, and we're going to unpack the raw honesty behind his incredible new album. To really understand Mozzy, you have to start right here. This quote from NPR, it's not just praise. It just hits the nail on the head. It's the perfect diagnosis of his music. He's not just reporting from the streets, he's carrying the emotional toll of that life, and you can feel it pouring into every single bar. And that leads us right to his latest project, Intrusive Thoughts 2. Look, this isn't just another album drop. This is the next chapter of him digging deep into his own story, turning these tales of trauma and triumph into these vivid, life-affirming West Coast anthems. So what's really going on inside his head on this album? Let's get into the core concept, the main idea that's driving not just this project, but pretty much everything he's been creating lately. Okay, so the title itself, Intrusive Thoughts, that's the whole key right there. Mozzy is basically performing open heart surgery on his own mind, confronting these traumatic memories from his past and really exploring how those moments still echo and shape who he is today. I mean, it's about as personal and raw as music can possibly get. And his style? It's absolutely crucial to all of this. What's so wild about Mozzy is that he never has to shout to get your attention. His delivery is just calm, steady, totally matter of fact. And ironically, that's what makes the harsh realities he's describing hit so much harder. It feels potent because it feels 100% real. And if you put this album side by side with his last one, you can really see his evolution. The first, Intrusive Thoughts, that was a deep, solitary dive into his own reflections. But this sequel, man, he throws the doors wide open. It's way more collaborative, which creates this richer, more emotionally transparent picture by bringing in all these other voices to share their truth alongside his. And let me tell you, those collaborations, they are not just for show. Each guest artist on here is playing a very specific and absolutely crucial role in building the album's bigger story. Just look at this. Every single feature has a purpose. On Super Soaker, you've got him and Boosie Badazz basically processing shared pain. Then on the super sinister track Stutter, Narda Wick comes in like the devil on his shoulder. Hunk Show adds this beautiful, melodic, almost tragic feeling to All I Got. But probably the most powerful team-up is the one with YF and Lucci. Yeah, their track 23 and 1, it was an instant standout. It's this really poignant reflection that just connected with people immediately. We're talking over 4 million streams, and it shot right up YouTube's trending chart. It's the perfect example of how powerful these shared perspectives can be. And the stories he's weaving on this album are so vivid and so varied. One minute, he's in the mind of a hustler who's desperately trying to get out. The next, he's talking about the pull of breaking the law. He even has these moments where he's imagining a totally different, easier life. If you take it all together, it's this full spectrum of what it's like to be human in a world where there are no easy choices. Now, this album isn't happening in a vacuum. Of course not. It's really the latest victory in a career that has been built from the ground up on nothing but unflinching truth and serious lyrical skill. And you know what? Champion is the perfect word for him. That's how critics and fans see him, as the lyrical voice of Sacramento. He's someone who has earned all this respect not through hype, but through raw, undeniable talent and authenticity. I mean, just look at his journey. It's been this steady, incredible climb. Think about it. Back in 2016, Rolling Stone is already calling his track, Blood-a-Da, a classic. Then just 2 years later, his music is in a pivotal scene in Black Panther, and Kendrick Lamar is giving him a shout-out at the Grammys. All that momentum just kept building, and it's carried him to today, where he's stacking up platinum and gold records. And it's not just the critics who love him, right? The numbers back it all up. He's got 5 RAA certifications to his name, both as a lead artist and for his features, including a platinum record. This isn't some underground hero anymore. He's an artist whose truth is connecting on a massive scale. So after all this success, and with a new album that's one of his most personal yet, you gotta wonder, what does the future hold? Well, from the looks of it, he's just getting warmed up. I mean, just take a look at his recent output. Dropping this many full-length projects in such a short period of time, that is not normal. It really feels like he's making up for lost time, just operating at this incredible creative peak with a true sense of urgency. And really, it all comes down to this. This quote from Complex just says it all, doesn't it? Mozzy is the definition of a rapper in the zone. In a world that is full of noise, his signal is just crystal clear. Every single word matters, and every single story feels essential. So, I guess that just leaves us all with one final question to think about. As one of hip-hop's most honest storytellers continues to dig deeper and deeper, what truths will he uncover next, for himself and for all of us? His journey is absolutely one worth following, and Intrusive Thoughts 2 is the essential next stop.